The art.
Buffalo Mafia.
1. Women. Never.
Defeat.
First time on YouTube.
In the still of the night, beneath the golden glow of street lamps, a crime was set into motion, one that would shake the foundations of the Buffalo Mafia. A $1 million art heist orchestrated by some of the most notorious crime figures in New York would prove to be their undoing. But no one expected the downfall to come at the hands of an eccentric and determined woman. This is a story of deception, greed, and an empire crumbling under its own arrogance. For nearly half a century, one name commanded respect and fear in Buffalo, New York: Stefano Megadino. A Sicilian-born mastermind, Megadino carved out a criminal empire that controlled everything from bootlegging and gambling to murder. He operated in the shadows, carefully pulling the strings of an intricate web of crime, never directly involved, always a step ahead of the law. A founding member of the National Mafia Commission, he was an untouchable force, until greed and miscalculation set the stage for his decline. August 21st, 1968. Buffalo's elite were asleep, blissfully unaware of the audacious crime about to unfold. In the dead of night, two seasoned burglars, Russell DeChico and Louis Maracchis, moved like ghosts through the city, their destination clear. The Hanley Mansion, home to one of the most valuable private art collections in the country. They had done their homework, planned every move. They knew the security routines, the weak spots. But they didn't know that this heist would mark the beginning of the end for the Buffalo Mafia.
The thieves worked with precision, stealing 14 rare paintings and 2 statues worth nearly $1.4 million. A Picasso, a Cezanne, a Renoir. These weren't just paintings, they were priceless artifacts, dripping with prestige. But there was one critical flaw in their perfect plan, one miscalculation that would turn their victory into a nightmare. They didn't just rob a mansion, they robbed a woman who refused to be a victim. Every criminal believes they are in control, until they meet the unexpected. The burglars had prepared for everything: the alarms, the security, the escape routes. But what they hadn't accounted for was Tula Hanley. Tula wasn't just some high society wife. She was a force of nature. A former belly dancer with a mind as sharp as a blade and a will of steel. The Mafia? They saw her as an eccentric socialite. A mistake they would soon regret. Tula wasted no time. She reached out to art experts, auction houses, museums. She made calls. She spoke to the press. And she ensured that the moment those paintings left her mansion, they became unsellable. The criminal underworld began to suffocate. As whispers of the heist spread, one man saw his chance. Paul Parnas, brother of one of the thieves, made a choice. Whether out of fear, greed, or pure revenge, he betrayed them all. And with that single decision, the dominoes began to fall. The FBI followed the trail, leading them to a secluded oil shack in Pennsylvania. When agents moved in, they caught the thieves red-handed. But the government wasn't just after stolen paintings. No, this was bigger. They wanted the entire Megadino crime syndicate. The courtroom was electric. Packed. Journalists, law enforcement, and onlookers filled every seat, waiting to witness history unfold. But no one, not even the toughest mobsters in the room, could steal the spotlight from Tula Hanley, a woman scorned, but victorious. The thieves were sentenced to prison. And with them, the invincibility of the Buffalo Mafia crumbled. Megadino, once a feared and untouchable crime boss, stood amidst the ruins of his own empire. This wasn't supposed to happen. Instead, it was the thread that unraveled everything. Edward Hanley never knew about the heist. His wife kept it from him until his passing in 1969. But Tula, she lived on. And she danced her way into history. At one event, she belly danced in front of stunned priests and FBI agents alike. A fitting finale to a story where art, crime, and the resilience of one woman shattered an empire built on greed, because in the end, crime doesn't always pay, and sometimes, justice comes from the most unexpected places. If you enjoyed this deep dive into history's forgotten crimes, subscribe for more stories that uncover the hidden truths behind the world's most notorious cases.